Good evening, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Joel Fritzma here, live with you guys on this June 11th, 2026. Current time is 8:14 p.m. We have our first warning of the night popping in here for portions of West Michigan. We also have a tornado watch that was just issued for most of the state, especially the lower peninsula. We'll go ahead and read off the considerable severe thunderstorm warning that has just popped in. I'm going to go ahead and pop off my camera here real quick. The National Weather Service in Grand Rapids has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Allegan County, Ottawa County, and Muskegon County in central Michigan and southwest central Michigan until 9:45 p.m. At 8:11, a severe thunderstorm was located 31 miles west of Highland State Park, or 36 miles northwest of South Haven, moving east at 60 miles per hour. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for 70 mile per hour winds. And also penny-sized hail is possible with this storm. It is radar indicated. It is still on Lake Michigan. If you are anywhere in Muskegon, Ottawa, and Allegan counties, you guys are in this considerable severe thunderstorm warning. They have listed here, of course, the tornado watch remaining in effect till 2 a.m. And the hazards, once again, are 70 mile per hour winds, 0.75 inch hail, and a tornado possible with this line of storms. So right now, if you guys are just tuning in, feel free to smash that like button. Again, we're going to be live here for multiple hours this evening. It's kind of what we do. Again, we will be live until the last warning is done tonight. My computer is already running hot this evening, so bear with me as I try to get rid of some tabs here, and hopefully you can see my face a little bit better. I'm also going to go ahead and go into our tornado watch details really quickly here. I'm also going to have to pull those up behind the scenes. This was issued by the Storm Prediction Center until 2 a.m. Right now, if you guys are just tuning in and wondering, is there any severe weather in Michigan yet? The answer is no. But we're watching this Boeing segment right now as it moves in to West Michigan. And it's going to be heading straight for downtown Grand Rapids, Holland, Grand Haven, and Allegan with time. Give me 1 second here as I toggle off and toggle on my camera again. My PC is running really hot. You guys have already blown up this stream. We have 12,000 of you guys watching right now, so I appreciate you very much for tuning in. Right now, again, no severe weather in Michigan yet, but we're getting close. You can see on screen right now is that Bow Echo segment that is heading directly for the US 31 corridor, which is from Muskegon down to the South Haven area. And again, we never want to see that backwards C like you see on screen. So this is going to be heading straight for downtown Grand Rapids with winds up to 70 miles per hour and get that motion. And it is off to the east at 60 miles per hour. We'll go ahead and take a look at velocity. And what you're seeing here on our velocity camera is gusty winds. So anytime you see these blues popping up on radar, that is not only 60 mile per hour winds, but perhaps 70 mile per hour winds as well. So we have to keep an eye on it. And I'm going to go ahead and try and get one of the other guys in here real quick while I try and figure out, hopefully to underload my PC, because I have literally just my streaming software going right now, and it is still lagging down because you guys have blown up the stream. So bear with me. Thankfully, with this severe weather, it's still about 20 minutes away from Grand Haven and Holland, but it is heading towards Fenville and South Haven as well in the next 20 minutes. Again, moving off to the east at 60 miles per hour, so it's not going to take too long before it gets there. And we're also going to have our weather cameras up here very soon to show off in terms of the Boeing segment that is moving in. So if you guys can hear me, I should be coming through pretty well. We do have a tornado warning down in Gary, Indiana. These cells that are down to the south right now are something to be concerned about because these are going to be heading into southwest Michigan very, very soon. St. Joseph, Bridgman, and Niles in Berrien County are going to be up next. In fact, new tornado warnings popping in down in Lowell, Indiana. Again, these cells continue off to the northeast. So Berrien, Van Buren, Cass are all going to be up soon. It sounds like on YouTube, Chandler, are you there? Check 1, 2.
Are you there, Joel?
Yes, there we go.
Is everything okay? What happened?
We're having some issues right now with my encoder actually on my stream, and I'm actually really laggy, so I don't know if you could take over radar operations while I try and figure this out.
Do you want me to host?
No, just hop in here and take your radar.
Yep. You my camera.
That's what happens when we have 15,000 people trying to join right now.
Goodness gracious.
Yep. There we go. You're live.
Do you have my you probably don't have my computer screen here. Give me just a sec.
Not yet.
Oops, wrong one. All right, you should have my radar. I cannot see the stream through Discord.
Give me 1 second. Apologies, Dawn,
You're
as
good.
well. I'll get that back in.
Are we live here still?
Yes, we are live.
Okay, cool. Sorry, everybody, I got windblown hair. We're in the middle of launching our third balloon, so we are looking at some severe. I'm trying to get caught up to speed here. We just had a catastrophic failure on one balloon, and now balloon number 2 is not doing well. So, severe thunderstorm warning for Allegan, Ottawa, and Muskegon.
Considerable.
For strong winds. Wow, look at those winds out there.
Mm-hmm.
This Boeing segment continues to kind of push outward. We're seeing a little bit of action in the front of it here, but for the most part, what we're watching is the stronger winds out along Lake Michigan right now. Zooming out a little bit, there's a tornado watch for the southwest portion of the state, but there is no tornado warnings in the state at this time. We are just focused on Muskegon, Ottawa, and Allegan counties for strong wind gusts. Let me see if I can pull the warning graphic up here, just so I can see what's going on here. Again, the primary hazards for this are 70 mile an hour damaging radar indicated winds. as well as 3/4 inch hail. Again, radar indicated with that. Moving to the slight northeast at 60 miles an hour. I apologize if my radar screen is a little bit different than what you're used to. This is a different program than what Joel and Ryan use, so you'll have to just bear with me for having this up here. Broad view, again, right now, nothing else in the state going on at this time. We do have this Boeing segment out over Lake Michigan at the current moment. All right. Trying to get stuff closed out on my end here to make computer run just a little bit better. Again, taking a look right now. Muskegon, Ottawa, and Allegan counties are the only ones under a severe thunderstorm warning at this time. This is for 70-mile-an-hour radar indicated winds. 3/4 inch hail is expected and radar indicated out of this as well. As these start to come on shore, make sure that you are sending pictures and videos to our messenger. You can send any damage reports that you have or pictures or videos of the storm itself as well. We're going to be live tracking this as it continues to work its way from west to east across the state of Michigan for the rest of the evening. Joel, if you can just take over for about 30 seconds here. I left my water outside because I literally came sprinting inside when you asked for me to come in. So if you can just run it here for a minute, I will be right back.
For those who may be a little bit tech savvy, I'm having a little bit of an encoder issue right now in our streaming software, which is why you're seeing me a little bit laggier than usual. Bear with us, of course, especially if there's any audio or visual issues. But the radar is on the screen right now. We do have the considerable severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Muskegon, Ottawa, and Allegan counties. This is going to be in effect for quite some time. In effect for an hour and 17 minutes as this line pushes on. And we also have a tornado watch in effect for all of southern Michigan. And I do have the graphic details here behind the scenes. And this tornado watch is in effect till 2 a.m. All the counties that are listed in this severe thunderstorm watch include, and bear with me here, it's going to be Muskegon, Ottawa, Allegan, Van Buren, Berrien, Cass, St. Joseph, Branch, Hillsdale, Kalamazoo, Calhoun, Jackson, Barry, Eaton, Ingham, Kent, Ionia, Clinton, Shiawassee, and Livingston, as well as Genesee, Saginaw, Gratiot, Montcalm, Newaygo, Mecosta, Isabella, Midland, and Bay counties.
I have returned Joel. Our second balloon launch is also a complete failure. So we launched 3 balloons, and one of them is successful.
Gotcha.
It'll be interesting to see what these storms look like coming on shore. Do you have any cameras up at all, or no?
I did. And my computer just can't handle anything right now, so it's going to be all you.
Okay.
We also do have Clayton out there right now.
Awesome.
He's currently live in Niles.
Okay. Your radar is running steady at the moment.
So now we're about 10 minutes away from these gusty winds pushing on shore. Also, right now, the apex of this bow is heading directly for downtown Holland. So, Chandler, I would definitely get our cameras up and running and pull up all of
I
our
do.
Holland cams and probably Douglas as well.
Yes. I do. I don't see the Douglas one. Is that a brand or U brand?
Uh, U brand.
There it is. It wasn't loading in for me for some reason. You can see a little bit of the shelf on our Holland camera, courtesy of Busker's Septic Tank and Excavating in Holland, but nothing is blowing me away like we were seeing last night on the cameras so far.
Nothing crazy yet, essentially.
Nothing crazy yet.
Yeah, we're watching that storm really closely here, heading straight in for Howland Grand Haven. Again, the apex of the bow is what is going to have the gustiest of the winds. Right now, if I hover my mouse over this area of the blue that you see on radar, it is going to be, I see pixels of 75 miles per hour, about 10 nautical miles offshore. And these are barreling straight towards the Holland and West Olive areas. So widespread tree damage is possible as this pushes into central Ottawa County, eventually heading towards Allendale, Grand Valley State University, Hudsonville, and Jamestown. Probably also want to get, we have a lot of cameras there. I don't know how many you want to put in on your computer, Chandler, but Zeeland, we have 2 in Hudsonville. And yeah, so like we have 2 in Holland, we have 1 in Zeeland, 2 in Hudsonville, and 1 in Douglas. So we have like 6 cameras that are going to be impacted pretty quickly by this line of storms.
I am pulling them up here. Again, like I said, so far they don't really look all that impressive, to be honest with you. We're starting to see some rainfall on the Douglas cam, but I didn't know you could have multiple tabs of live cameras. That is what I'm learning. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what these winds do as they come on shore. We appreciate everybody's patience with us tonight as we're having some technical difficulties on the streaming side of things. Um, we are doing our best. The good news is the strongest of the winds are still offshore right now, so at least in the very, very short term, the next couple minutes or so, we don't have to worry about any heavy, heavy winds moving on shore.
still playing around with my encoder settings behind the scenes. For those who are curious, that is why I am looking very laggy right now. But nonetheless, as long as you guys can still hear us, I think that's all that matters here, and can still see the stream.
If you want to take my radar again, Joel, you are welcome to. I got the settings changed, so it looks a little bit different now.
There you go.
I was looking around. I'm like, how do we turn all this stuff off? But yeah, this is the primary concern for Michigan at the current time. The good news is, so far, all the tornadic activity has remained to the south of the state line. We'll be watching over the next couple hours to see if that continues. We did launch 3 weather balloons tonight, 1 in Grand Rapids, 2 from St. Joe County. Unfortunately, both of the ones from St. Joe County were unsuccessful for the first time in Michigan Storm Chasers history. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But we'll still get some data, and we'll still be able to learn from it and hopefully do a bit better job next time. We are watching to see what these winds are going to do when they come on shore. When you have these greens and these blues, like over here, that is the wind heading towards the radar station. When you see the reds, that is air headed away. And a lot of times, the brighter the color is, we see some really bright blues and bright greens over here. That means the stronger the winds typically. So we're going to continue to watch these as they come into the West Michigan area. Kind of a repeat of last night. Some gusty winds coming off Lake Michigan. Summertime storms. That's how it seems to go. Yes, large win for the Grand Rapids balloon. Shout out Elena for making sure that one went flawlessly. And I don't really see anything at this time. Again, I don't see anything rotation wise, so that's good. I know one of the parts of our forecast today did include elevated tornadic probabilities for all of Southwest Michigan. And for what we're focusing on right now, again, Muskegon, Ottawa, Allegan counties, we do not see anything at the current time that is tornadic. Our main concern is a straight line wind threat coming off the lake here within the next 20 minutes or so.
Chandler, I'm going to
Again,
go ahead and take my radar real quick because I did want to bring this in. We have a very large and destructive tornado on the ground south of Gary, Indiana right now. Very large debris ball showing up on radar. Not heading towards Michigan yet, but this northeast trajectory would bring it up towards Michigan City and New Buffalo if it continues on the ground. Again, that's a large tornado on the ground. If you know anyone traveling south out of Michigan down 94 towards Michigan City, you need to tell them to be ready to take shelter. That's a PDS tornado warning ongoing right now, heading towards I-94 south of Michigan City. That will need to be monitored for Southwest Michigan. All these cells, by the way, that are down here in the northwest corner of Lower Michigan are going to be heading up towards Berrien, Cass, and St. Joseph counties with a considerable tornado threat to it. So I hate to contradict you here, Chandler, but that is a very favorable environment for continued strong tornadoes here as this line of storms does move into Berrien and Cass County.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure the West Michigan threat. I know we have people watching from different spots in the state. Our severe coverage at this current time is tornado free. I don't really see anything on our live cameras yet, Joel, that really show anything kind of crazy. I mean, you have maybe a little bit of a whale's mouth coming into Holland, but I don't have anything that really makes me go, wow, look at that. So we will continue to monitor our live feed cameras. If you're interested in potentially hosting a camera, send us an email and we can talk about it after the stream, most certainly not before or during, for that matter. Joel's radar is on the screen right now. Again, we're at the current time watching a Boeing segment of strong straight line winds coming into the West Michigan area, Muskegon, oh boy, Muskegon, Ottawa, Allegan counties is where the heaviest of those winds are going to be. And the severe thunderstorm warning is a considerable severe warning for 70-mile-an-hour radar indicated winds. And just south of the Michigan state line, Joel was talking about a few supercells that are slowly working their way through the Michiana area and will continue to do so over the next hour. But our main concern here at this time is West Michigan and the strong winds coming off of the lake. And we have disappeared temporarily, but we are still here. Shout out to Dawn for holding it down on screen for us. Joel is working his way through the technical difficulties on his end. Once we get squared away here, Joel, I do have some phone calls to make to some friends here in the Michiana area. Again, once we get squared away, we do have plenty of time for those yet.
I'm just going to go ahead and put a feeler out here for those who are watching that might be tech savvy. We use OBS to stream our severe weather coverage here. Obviously, we're streaming to 5 different platforms at the same time, and so that takes up a lot of CPU usage. And again, we try to stream to as many platforms as possible, but I think right now streaming to 5 platforms at the same time with over 20,000 of you guys watching is it's putting a lot of stress on the computer. So we do appreciate it. If you guys have any suggestions in terms of what to do in terms of the streaming settings, let me know. Chandler, I do want to bring the attention back here to Holland.
Yes. I was also looking at that.
We do have a little bit of a QLCS type of notching trying to pull in here. If you guys see this little blue speck at the center of the screen, where it's kind of notching in back to the northwest, that is a sign of a little bit of rotation here on screen, or on the radar. And again, that's going to be heading straight for the Holland and West Olive area. So again, this is going to be 168th Avenue near New Holland Street. Very, very close to the north side of Holland in the Beechwood area. I believe Holland West Olive, or sorry, one of the high schools on the north side of town. It's heading right for you guys. Again, West Olive and Allendale are going to be up right now. Also, if that is not a tornado, that is going to be estimated wind speeds of 90 miles per hour. And there we go, tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Also, I do have 64 gigabytes of RAM for those who are tech savvy. So this already has a lot of RAM packed in this computer. But new tornado warning coming in right as we were mentioning here with that QLCS notching. This is something that we need to be watching out for as this rolls into the north side of Holland. Chandler, I know you're away right now, but keep an eye out on those Holland cams. Because this is going to be passing to the north of Holland on our auto body parts camera, looking north. So here's your new tornado warning coming in. The National Weather Service in Grand Rapids has issued a tornado warning for Ottawa County until 9:30 p.m. At 8:42, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Holland State Park, or 9 miles northwest of downtown Holland, moving east at 55 miles per hour. It says radar indicated impact. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Beechwood around 8:45, Holland and Zeeland around 8:50, Hudsonville and Jenison around 9 p.m. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. And of course, if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Again, this is a tornado warning for Ottawa County. Even if this isn't a tornado on the ground, that's going to be some very considerable winds here moving in. Hovering over this little blue pixel on the screen. And that is going to be 89 miles per hour at 2,400 feet off the ground. So regardless of whether or not this is rotating wind or straight line wind, that is very, very heavy wind moving into the north side of Holland and Beechwood at the current time. Again, on a dead collision course with Allendale and Grand Valley State University, as well as Hudsonville. If you know anybody in Hudsonville, Allendale, around Grand Valley State University, West Olive, and Beechwood, this is where that rotation and straight line wind damage is heading. Obviously, this entire line is severe thunderstorm warned for 70 mile per hour winds, so still considerable winds moving in no matter where you're at. We continue to monitor also a PDS tornado warning. That's a particularly dangerous situation for a tornado on the ground heading for Michigan City, Indiana. Current trajectory brings that up into New Buffalo and Galen and Buchanan and Niles within the next half hour. There's no tornado warning there yet, but we would imagine an extension will be coming soon as that tornado heads towards the Michigan City area. So if you are down along 94 in Berrien County, be advised, tornado on the ground, considerable tornado on the ground southwest of Michigan City at the current time. Back up to the north, though, our rotation getting very, very close to the lakeshore right now. Chandler, are you able to take in your Holland cam at the current time?
Give me just a second here.
Yep. I don't know if you made your phone call yet or not.
I haven't. I'm trying to make sure we're okay here. So
Okay.
I got plenty of time for Southwest Michigan here. So are you going to keep us off the screen? Just asking for curious reasons.
For now, yes, because I'm trying to make sure the stream is as less laggy as possible.
Okay. Again, I am completely set up to host. We might be a little late now, but if needed, it's there. I'm not seeing anything significant on either of the Holland cameras, to be honest with you. I will pull in the other one. Yeah, no, I don't see anything significant at this time.
Can you share your screen
Yep, it should be sharing.
for the weather camera?
Oh, sorry. It'll be up just a second.
Rotation now also moving on shore at New Holland Street and Ransom Street. Again, this could also be straight line wind damage either way. New Holland Street crossing over 160th Avenue, Quincy Street. These are all east-west roads here. We have Greenlee Street, Riley Street, James Street, heading off towards the subdivision of Grace Circle. And we do have Butternut Drive, which is a northwest to southeast road in the area. So all of this portion of southwestern Ottawa County is where there could be a tornado on the ground, if anything. We got to keep an eye on it.
All right, Joel, I have cameras up here.
Perfect.
I'll pull this off the screen here so we can see. We have a multiple of cameras here. I do have an Allegan view looking up into this here, courtesy of Cole Concrete, auto body experts in Zeeland. The resolution on this one is not at its best today. We have the Busker septic tank and excavating. Joel, can you see that in the middle here? That's certainly kind of interesting there.
Yeah,
Tough to tell.
Feel free to blow that full.
I do not believe this one is a PTZ, correct?
No, it is not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
The other Holland cam does point north, though.
Gotcha. It was just about to pop into that one. So what we're trying to monitor is this kind of back left edge here of this and this edge here. We can see some lower hanging clouds here, but from this vantage point, we are not able to tell exactly what's going on this camera. It could be some fingerlings, as I like to say, pointed near the ground, but at this time we are unable to confirm. I'm gonna pull the other one up here, Joel. See if I can.
Nope, that's fine.
Gets better. Nope, nothing else at the current time. I don't know if you saw the new mesoscale discussion that just came out or not, Joel. That's something that we should probably acknowledge at some point.
I'm looking right now. Yeah, can you read that off for Southwest Michigan, right?
Yeah, yep. So for Southwest Michigan, let me pull the text up here. I need to get more monitors like you and Ryan have. Floating on two just ain't it. If that does happen, Joel, if we do have something like that come to fruition, I will have to pause, make a few phone calls, and also get my wife to come to the office to take shelter with us here. The mesoscale discussion was issued at 7:44 p.m. Central Time or 8:44 Eastern Time, affecting Northwest Indiana as well as Southwest Lower Michigan. I will get to whatever that was in just a minute. A strong to intense tornado threat will exist for the next 1 to 2 hours. A cluster of supercells across northwest Indiana has a history of tornadoes, including a likely strong tornado across Lake County within the last 15 minutes. The southernmost storm in this cluster across northern Newton County, Indiana, is exhibiting broad, strong rotation in a similarly favorable tornado environment, featuring significant tornado parameters around a 5. Supercell is expected to remain discrete and undisturbed and will likely pose a strong to potentially intense tornado threat across southern Porter, LaPorte, and potentially St. Joseph County for the next 1 to 2 hours. That does come into Berrien, Cass, and St. Joe County, Michigan. Some of the other counties included are Elkhart County, Indiana, as well.
Sounds good. So again, that if the just tuning in, the TLDR, the rundown of that is the Storm Prediction Center is watching Berrien, Cass, and St. Joseph counties for the potential for a significant tornado. Not saying that it's occurring yet. There is a tornado on the ground though right now near Chesterton, south of Michigan City, Indiana. That cell is going to be moving up into southwest Michigan with time, and so the Storm Prediction Center is monitoring the chances for a significant tornado in somewhere in Berrien, Cass, or St. Joseph County within the next hour or two. So keep an eye on that. Chandler, the alert that just came in is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning for Van Buren County, if you got that graphic for the page.
Yes, that is going now. It is a base level severe warning for winds. If you're okay for about 5 minutes, Joel, I would like to go make those phone calls once this graphic posts to the page.
Go for it. I got you. So I'm going to go ahead before I read off the severe thunderstorm warning. If you are along US 31 right now from West Olive down to Holland, you should already be underground. Zeeland, you're up next. These destructive wind or these considerable winds are moving over you guys right now. At the current time, I do not have the weather cameras in right now, so I can't take them live. But Zeeland, you're up next within 2 minutes. Hudsonville, Jamestown, you're also up next here, as we do have these severe winds moving in to your vicinity. And up next is eventually going to be downtown Grand Rapids. So if you're in Grand Rapids, Kentwood, Wyoming, Grandville, Jenison, Northview, significant winds of 70 miles per hour and or tornadoes possible within this line, you should be taking shelter. Again, if you have a basement, that is going to be your best option. If not, lowest floor of the building, interior room. You do not want to be in an exterior room because the exterior walls can get torn away. Also, trees can come flying in through those exterior walls. So if you don't have any interior rooms like a closet or pantry, a good sign or a good place to go is going to be into your bathtub, because again, the bathtub counts as an extra set of walls. It's not the best option, but it is an option that can keep you safe and keep you enclosed in the event that a tornado were to come through your vicinity.
You want to get cleaned up there, Joel?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hop him off since he's having camera issues at the current time.
Okay, I'm stepping away here right now.
Sweet. In the bathtub situation, if you guys have mattresses or pillows or blankets you can put on top of you, that would be preferred at this current time. Joel to Aaron, do we have your feed, or are you able to take that soon? One of our chasers, Aaron, is in the Grand Rapids area, I believe. So again, those winds right now are right on 31 from West Olive down to Holland, also extending down to Hamilton, and rolling up 196 directly towards Hudsonville and Jamestown. Also Overijssel and Drenthe, I think, are some small cities or small not subdivisions, but unincorporated districts here in portions of southern Ottawa and northern Allegan County. And again, up next, this Boeing segment you see on reflectivity radar, this huge backwards C shape. That is where your gustiest of the winds are going to be, no matter where you're at up and down this line. So within the severe thunderstorm warning box, which is that orange box with the red outline, those are where 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible. And up next will be Newaygo, Kent, and Barrie for a severe thunderstorm warning as they continue to the east. Also, severe thunderstorm warning, as mentioned, just popped in for Van Buren County. National Weather Service in Grand Rapids has issued this severe thunderstorm warning for Van Buren County until 9:45 p.m. This thunderstorm was located near Van Buren State Park at 8:50, or 7 miles west of South Haven, and the movement is east at 50 miles per hour. Hazards here are going to be 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And again, it's all of Van Buren County. So if you know you are located in Van Buren County, you are now in this severe thunderstorm warning. I'm knocking on wood here. It looks like the stream is doing a little bit better. I hate to jinx myself, but I think we're good now. And again, I'm going to go ahead and go down to northwest Indiana because there's quite the situation starting to unfold down here for some significant tornadoes, specifically here right now near Michigan City, where there was previously a destructive tornado on the ground. This is near the I-80, I-94 interchange near Chesterton, Indiana. And again, we're looking for reds and greens on radar here. As that continues to the northeast, it's going to move into Berrien County. Tornado warning is going to continue here for Allendale, Jenison. I don't know. I think they're trimming it a little bit further to the south, but just a hair. Yeah, they're trimming the severe thunder or the tornado warning just a hair. Pea-sized tail tornado radar indicated. So zooming in, the winds right now are in Holland, in Zeeland, directly on Main Avenue in downtown Zeeland, also going to the north, pocket of heavy winds near 70 miles per hour in the vicinity of New Holland Street at 104th. In fact, these winds are literally going straight down New Holland Street, so these are heading directly for Hudsonville on New Holland. We have a third pocket of damaging winds up here near Stanton Street and Taylor, and the winds here are around 70 miles per hour as well, also near 128th Avenue. Again, heading straight for Allendale and GVSU. And here comes a new warning coming in for
A new
Barrie and
considerable
Kent.
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So there's a new orange box popping in on the screen. The National Weather Service in Grand Rapids has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Kent County and Barrie County in southwestern Michigan until 10 p.m. At 8:58, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Fruitport to near Fenville, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazards, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and it is radar indicated. Impacts for this new considerable severe thunderstorm warning include damage to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. That is wind damage. Once again, the hazards with this new considerable severe thunderstorm warning for all of Kent and all of Barrie County are 70-mile-per-hour winds, less than 0.75-inch hail, and a tornado possible, as tornadoes can spin up with how much wind shear we have out there this evening. We also have to keep in mind there are some prefrontal cells that are down here in Allegan County. These are rolling in towards the Wayland and Martin area. If they interact with our main Boeing segment, that could be a problem for perhaps more spin-ups in this vicinity. So we'll keep an eye on that. Nice prefrontal cells, but right now the main concern is going to be the tornado warning right now in Ottawa County, heading right for downtown Grand Rapids. And in fact, it is starting to kind of kink in on itself just a little bit right here on Port Sheldon at 88th Avenue. There is a pixel of 73 mile per hour winds in Mary Lou Street. There's a subdivision there, Mary Lou and White Pine. Also further to the south, another kink in the line on Riley Street at 84th Avenue, and these are continuing towards Hudsonville. Chandler, are you back yet?
I have returned.
Okay. Can you share your screen and get the Hudsonville cam up as soon as possible?
Yes, sir, it is live. What happened?
Waiting for it.
We will try again.
These winds also continue down to the south through Allegan County into Hamilton and Fenville at the current time, all the way down here, even into the Glen and South Haven area. We do have to keep watch for the Allegan area alone, as these winds are continuing to gust towards your direction. 60 to 70 mile per hour are the top wind gusts. If you're in Van Buren County, the winds are still a little bit off to the northwest. But again, Bangor and Goebel's up next for these 60 mile per hour winds down there in Van Buren County.
My camera is up for you, Joel.
There you go. Can you turn it a little bit to the west? That is a PTZ cam.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Boy, you're putting a lot of pressure on me here.
Maybe you don't. You might have to click the other Hudsonville cam. It's a duo camera. There's two of them.
This one looks like the PTZ I've come to know and love.
There you go. Yeah, keep turning it. Keep turning it.
We're moving.
I would look. Yeah, that right somewhere in the billboard, maybe left of the billboard, is where there might be. Actually, yes, that is going to be it right there, looking straight at the billboard. Right behind the billboard is right where the bit of rotation is. If I take my radar back right now, you can see this on a storm relative velocity. The reds and the greens coming close together. We have a little bit of rotation right now on 64th Avenue at Quincy. This is going straight up Chicago Drive. If you are anywhere in Hudsonville proper, Jenison proper, and Granville proper, you need to be underground, lowest floor of the building that you have. We have two distinct notches right here, again, where the reds and greens are close together. Number one is up here to the north, Tyler Street at 80th Avenue. And again, the second one at Chicago Drive and 64th. Again, moving off to the east-northeast at about 60 miles per hour. So these things are flying down your way. Again, we have one of
take this back here.
We have one of those notches live on our Hudsonville cam, courtesy of Grand Equipment Company. And you can actually see it spinning just a little bit there, right over the center of the billboard. If you right-click, Chandler, you can also, or actually not right-click, if you just scroll on your wheel, you can actually zoom in just a hair.
Yes. I'm afraid.
That is going to be it right there. If there is a tornado that is on the ground, that would be it. So keep an eye on that. Again, two distinct notches heading in towards Hudsonville, Jenison, and Granville at the current time. Also, gusty winds down through Hamilton and Allegan right now. We also have a little bit of a hook trying to form near Grand Junction, which is the border of Allegan and Van Buren County. And again, we're watching the possibility for strong tornadoes here in southwest Michigan still. So Berrien, Cass, St. Joseph, you're not in any warning right now. But we have tornadoes that are on the ground or previously on the ground just south of Michigan City. And those are going to continue off to the northeast with time. If you know anybody at all in the Hudsonville, Jenison, and Granville area, you need to be sharing the stream immediately. If you don't know anyone in this area, again, a like goes a long ways. How's that cam looking?
It's getting a little bit tougher to see,
Yeah.
which is a good thing or potentially a bad thing, right?
It's a bad
Depending on
thing.
if it's coming straight at us or not. But
zoom out a little bit. Is it zoomed out?
Yeah, it's as far as it's going to go.
Turn it right. It's right there. Yep, keep going.
It's tough to see through
Check
all the
out-
rain in there.
Check out the
We're going to see
inflow.
these trees
check out
start going.
check out the inflow in. Keep turning the camera right. Keep turning the camera right.
These,
Check.
all these
Yeah, there's
cars
your
here.
inflow. If you're on I-196 right now, you need to be taking shelter. This is a potential tornado on the ground heading right into Hudsonville. There's your inflow wind. Even if
We'll
this
keep
isn't
it
even if this isn't
long
a
as we-
tornado on the ground, again, this is going to be some significant winds of 70 to 75 miles per hour, heading right down 196. Also, significant winds right now on Baldwin Street. That's Baldwin at 48th. And also more winds down here, Byron Road at 32nd. If I switch over to storm relative velocity, there we go.
A new
Yeah,
tornado
so-
warning has been issued.
Very significant winds still happening here in Hudsonville.
It's directly over the camera. I would turn it
Alright.
to the east.
I'm going to get hit by the light over here, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep it on the trees over here. I mean, trees are still moving pretty good, so
Yeah, it's past the camera now. Next up is going to be Byron Center Cam.
Yeah. Whoa, look at it right now. Heaviest
wow.
winds occurring right now.
Yep. Do you have that?
That's
do you have
cool.
that Auto Body Experts cam in Hudsonville 2 queued up?
I can look. If you want to put it back on radar for a minute here while I juggle
Yep.
through these.
While you do that, new tornado warning coming in, issued by the National Weather Service in northern Indiana for southwestern Berrien County until 9:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado was located from Town of Pines to Westville, moving east at 35. This tornado will be near Michigan City, Westville, Trail Creek, Long Beach, and Potawatomi Park around 8:10, LaPorte 8:20, New Buffalo 9:20, Three Oaks 9:35. Some of those times are in Central Time, by the way. Also, this storm has had a history of producing a tornado near Michigan City. So again, if you're in Berrien County, southwestern Berrien County, please be taking shelter right now. Tornado warning in effect. The storm is still in Indiana at the current time. So we'll go back up to West
A new
Michigan, where we
tornado
now have
warning
another
has been
tornado warning
issued.
popping in for Kent County.
Joel, you're gonna have to leave my camera off for a little bit, okay? Because I've got to pull up my other tabs to do that.
That's fine. Yep, feel free to get the graphics. This is going to be heading right into downtown Grand Rapids. So if you are anywhere in Kent County, new tornado warning popping in right now. If you know anybody in the Grand Rapids area, again, let them know, pass this word along, tornado warning coming in. We have multiple distinct notching features within this line where we could see quick spin-up tornadoes, and if not quick spin-up tornadoes, it's still going to be 60 to 70 mile per hour winds that could bring down significant loss of trees and, of course, plenty of power outages. Now, the bad thing about looking at the power outage map right now is we had those destructive winds yesterday move through, and the power outage map is still sprinkled with those outages. So, waiting for a new radar scan here in just a second. Here's the new tornado warning coming in. It's not all of Kent County, but it is portions of central Kent County, the most populated areas. The National Weather Service in Grand Rapids has issued a tornado warning for southern Kent County and central Kent County in southwestern Michigan until 9:45 p.m. At 9:07, severe thunderstorms capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage were located along a line extending from Jenison to Jamestown. Movement is off to the east at 50. That's 50 miles per hour. So if you know you need to get to your shelter and you're in Kent County, just know that these storms are moving your way at 50 miles per hour. Hazard is tornado. It is radar indicated. And these dangerous storms will be near downtown Grand Rapids, Wyoming, Walker, Granville as early as 9:10 to 9:15. Kentwood and East Grand Rapids as early as 9:15 to 9:20. And the Grand Rapids Airport around 9:20 to 9:25. Also, Lowell is in this tornado warning, and Alto is in this tornado warning. Again, radar indicated central Kent County and southern Kent County not northern, but central and southern, in effect until 9:45. Radar indicated for a bunch of different distinct notching features up and down this line in the Hudsonville and Jamestown area at the current time.
I'm still here, Joel. I'm trying to get the next set of cameras getting ready here.
Got it. Yeah, Kentwood, Byron Center, Cascade,
Yep.
and maybe the Moline cam. But right now with the tornado warning, it's going to be your 3 cams I mentioned, Kentwood, Cascade, and Byron Center.
Yes, sir.
We do have a Grand Rapids cam over on Plainfield that's facing more to the north, opposite direction, but that is also an option. So if you're just tuning in, looking at the zoomed out view, every orange box with a red outline you see on your screen is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. That means 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible within this Boeing segment. That is the only hazard. Of course, brief tornadoes are also possible. The highest confidence where tornadoes are likely to occur right now are going to be in eastern Ottawa County and central Kent County. That includes downtown Grand Rapids, East Grand Rapids, Kentwood, Byron Center, and Cutlerville, heading over towards Lowell eventually. Those are your 2 tornado warnings in West Michigan. You also have a new tornado warning popping in for extreme southwest Berrien County for a cell that is just to the south of Michigan City, heading up your way. It has had a history of producing significant tornadic damage in the Gary, Indiana region. So we need to keep an eye on these cells as they move in. We also have additional storms over in Chicago producing tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage. So Berrien County not being impacted right now, but you have a 1-2 punch coming your way. You have tornadic supercells moving in towards Berrien, Cass, and St. Joseph, and eventually straight-line wind damage moving in from Chicago later this evening. So this is going to be quite the episode of severe weather tonight. And so if you are anywhere in southern and central lower Michigan, you need to be on alert for any warnings that come in your way.
Joel, we're starting to make some tentative plans here at the office for shelter
Okay.
with those 2 southwest Michigan, northwest Indiana storms.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and update my storm motion vector on this just to get an updated reading of rotation. The center of rotation right now has kind of moved around a little bit. Right now it is actually still traveling down 196. It's heading straight for 44th Street at Wilson Avenue. So very close to the Granville area and heading straight into Wyoming, Kentwood, and East Grand Rapids. That would be the center of this bit of rotation right now, but at the current time it looks more gusty in nature at the current time. But still, straight line wind damage can bring down just as many trees as a tornado would. You do want to treat it as if there was a tornado on the ground if you are in one of these red boxes. Again, the red boxes denote whether or not you're in a tornado warning. So the good news is right now, if you're up in Kent City, Cedar Springs, Rockford, Sparta, even over towards the Cannonsburg area, you guys aren't in a tornado warning. You're still in a severe thunderstorm warning, considerable for 70-mile-per-hour winds. But the greatest concern for a quick spin-up tornado is going to be within these 2 little distinct notching features currently over Jenison and Grandville. So again, those are heading right into downtown Grand Rapids, Wyoming, East Grand Rapids, and Kentwood within the next 5 to 10 minutes. So if you are just tuning in, you're hearing these words now, you should be diving into your basement or lowest floor that you have. Stay away from windows as obvious as you get there. So we do have Clayton out there, and he is
Yeah, I
in,
believe he's positioned in the aisles.
yeah.
Nick and Sydney are here at the office with us, or they might be taking off here pretty shortly. They assisted with the balloon launches down here tonight.
Is the data coming in yet from that, or did you post on the page, the data?
No, I have the Grand Rapids data in my email, but I haven't had a chance to look at it. I can put it
That's fine.
together a minute if you want.
No,
but
that's the coverage is more important right now. We're gonna have more alerts popping in probably pretty soon.
I was thinking the same thing.
if you got a raw file over to Grand Rapids, I mean, that would probably help. But again, that would be a Ryan thing because he has access to it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can quit horsing around over here and get it up on my laptop and just run it a minute here on the side.
Yeah. Current time right now, if you're watching, it is 9:14, jumping into 9:15 here in West Michigan, primarily where the severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings are in effect. I am Chief Meteorologist Joel Fritzma, live with Vice President of Operations Chandler and our ASL interpreter Dawn right below us. Appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight and getting the severe weather coverage you deserve for the state of Michigan. Right now, an update to the center of rotation, or not rotation, but straight line winds, directly on Ivan Rest Avenue at 44th Street, heading towards the Spartan Industrial Drive area. And next up is going to be Byron Center Avenue near 36th Street. So Wyoming, that's you guys right now heading in towards the US 131 corridor.
Joel, I don't know if you had an opportunity to look just to the south of the state line now, but there is a PDS tornado warning just south of the state line.
Yeah. And that rotation on that tornado warning in Michigan City is very strong in nature. If you're in New Buffalo or Three Oaks, you need to be taking shelter now. That could spin up a dangerous tornado at any moment. Again, when we see the reds and greens very close together like that, that is not a good sign. And with the history of producing tornadoes across the Gary, Indiana region, it is something that needs to be monitored extra closely. But yeah, there's your PDS tornado warning. That is a very strong tornado down in Malden and Couts, Indiana. That's going to also continue off to the northeast towards South Bend. So if you know anyone in South Bend, that would be them. I'm going to go back to the north here real quick. How's Kentwood Cam looking?
Don't take it. I'll let you know. I only have the two monitors, so everything page related I'm doing is on the same monitor as cameras. So
Gotcha. Okay, I got it pulled up as well on my computer, although it's testing the limits of my CPU right now.
yes.
I will say this: it does look a little bit higher based in nature on the Kentwood Cam. That's a sign that these storms may be less surface based, and what that means essentially in layman terms is these storms are not as close to the ground. When these storms are closer to the ground, they're able to tap into that low level spin that we do have out there. So it's a good sign, but again, we still do have tornado warnings in effect for Kent County and Ottawa County. You should be taking this seriously as if there is a tornado on the ground at the current time. Again, Wyoming, Jenison, East Grand Rapids, and Grand Rapids is where the heart of the rotation is right now. If it's not rotation, it's going to be 70 mile per hour straight line wind damage moving in. The severe thunderstorm warning considerable has been trimmed back. Muskegon County, you guys are in the clear. Western Ottawa County and Western Allegan County, you can see where the orange box was trimmed. You guys are in the clear too. That includes Holland and West Olive. It has gone by you guys. Still in effect for portions of Allegan and Eastern Ottawa County. Obviously, considerable severe thunderstorm warning also in effect for Kent and Barrie. And also a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Van Buren County, primarily for the storm that's in the Gobles region at the current time. A little bit of broad rotation, but not really concerning at the current time. Still 60 mile per hour winds are possible there. Again, we're watching very strong rotation also moving up towards New Buffalo and Three Oaks at the current time. You need to be treating that as if there is a tornado on the ground. Just because the sirens stop does not mean the warning is over with. The sirens do not mean anything. Yes, you heard that right. The sirens, they are not issued by the National Weather Service office, and so they're not really official. They're also not meant to be heard indoors. That's another learning point here for your evening. The red box that you guys see on your screen, that is the official tornado warning box. if you know you're inside of that red box, that is where the tornado warning is in effect. So if you hear the sirens up in Sparta and Rockford, they're just blaring their sirens for no reason because the tornado warning's to the south. However, again, some counties do have a policy in place that they'll turn on their sirens for more than just tornado warnings.
Well, I do have the Kentwood camera up, and again, I think I would agree with you. It does look a little more higher base, a little bit less surface based than what we were seeing as it rolled through the Hudsonville area. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna have to get you that sounding data later, Joel. I got the whole folder. I would have to go through it and pull everything out, so it'll just be a later activity for us.
Yeah.
I'm getting off of this Scooter's camera, so please give me a warning if you are going to take the screen. Where everybody gets to see the back end of the Michigan Storm Chasers Facebook page.
Yeah. Pretty significant situation also unfolding in Indiana tonight. Again, we're live on Indiana Weather Network as well. If you know anyone down in Indiana, that is also a concern right now. We have tornadoes on the ground from Michigan City all the way down through Crawfordville. So if you guys need to tune in to Indiana weather coverage, Indiana Weather Network has got you covered. We got Caleb and Ryan over there covering that state tonight. Significant winds right now in the 60th Street at Kalamazoo Avenue at 60th Street, heading straight for Grand Rapids Airport. Those are pretty significant winds of near 60 to 70 miles per hour, and perhaps a tornado that could be occurring. If I go back and look at our CC, we'll see if there's anything any debris being lofted within this line. I don't see anything that sticks out. So I think for the most part right now, our signatures that have come in have all been damaging winds and not tornadoes. So good, but also bad at the same time because widespread tree damage is ongoing across the area. There's also a little bit of a weakening trend going on here in the Kent County area. There's really just the Kentwood and 5 miles west of Caledonia that are producing the 70 mile per hour winds. Everything else is going to be 60 or less at the current time that I'm seeing. But again, you do not want to be letting your guard down. Wait until the warnings are done before you leave your shelter.
Weakening trend is our friend, hopefully.
Yes. And for those who are curious, we are not planning on ending our live anytime soon. Again, here at Michigan Storm Chasers, we are the only source that has covered every single warning in the state of Michigan dating back to 2023. So again, anytime there's a warning in effect in the state of Michigan, we got you guys covered from beginning to end. And so however long this takes us to get through the event tonight, we'll be live tracking it until it is done. Whether it's done in an hour from now, probably not, or 5 hours from now, or 6 hours from now. We'll still be live here tracking it throughout the rest of the evening into the overnight hours. So make sure to hit that follow button if you are new here and strap in, as we do got these tornadic thunderstorms and straight line wind thunderstorms moving in through portions of West Michigan, heading towards south central lower Michigan. The rotation right now in the New Buffalo area is about a mile south of town on Wilson Road, heading up towards Mauldin Road. So that's Three Oaks and Galen up next there. It does look a little bit broader in nature. It does look like it is taking on more of a straight line wind threat. That would be heading in towards the rest of the US 12 corridor in southern Berrien County.
It does look like it's almost starting to cycle a little bit. I'm interested to see how much that cell further to the south is going to nudge and play with it. It almost seems like it's trying to become one large, violent supercell.
Latest scan, Chandler, I don't know if you see it yourself, but I see it here. It looks like a tiny little bit of rotation trying to pick up just to the west of Caledonia, about 3 miles west of Caledonia at Copper Greens Court in 92nd Street. In Copper Greens Court, 92nd, heading up towards East Paris Avenue, south of 84th. You can see the distinct red and green curling in on each other right here about 3 to 4 miles west of Caledonia, heading straight for downtown Caledonia. Current trajectory looks like it's pretty much due east. Not in a tornado warning, by the way, in Caledonia, but would not be surprised if you get another one soon. It would be heading off towards Alto, Freeport, and eventually Clarksville in extreme southwestern Ionia County. Also, damaging winds appear to be right over the airport right now, according to velocity here. I have 60-mile-per-hour winds at 100 feet off the ground at 52nd Street and Wing Avenue. Go ahead, Chandler.
I was going to say, I have the Lowell and Cascade cameras pulled up. I don't see anything really noticeable on them to me at the moment, but I do have them up here ready to go.
Got it.
Again, please make sure to give me a warning when.
Yeah, let me know when you're able to show that.
Yeah, go ahead. This is the Cascade camera right now. Again, you can see more of a outflow shelf type appearance here.
Going back to the radar. Again, damaging winds heading straight for the airport right now. Most of these winds are in Grand Rapids proper, East Grand Rapids proper, passing through Kentwood at the current time.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Before I get down to that new tornado warning, we also have a new severe thunderstorm warning issued by the National Weather Service in Grand Rapids for Kalamazoo County until 10:30 p.m. At 9:24, a severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles north of Matawan, or 9 miles northeast of Paw Paw, moving east at 45. Hazards here are going to be 60-mile-per-hour winds, and it is radar indicated. It's primarily northern Kalamazoo County, which does include downtown Kalamazoo. It is just for 60-mile-per-hour winds. They do not have tornado possible listed within this line. Latest scan continues the funkiness here in the Caledonia area. Let's hope that doesn't continue, because that could be right over downtown Caledonia. Continuing straight down 84th Street towards the Alto, Alaska, and Freeport areas here in southeastern Kent County. To the north, considerable winds also ongoing up here near 9 Mile Road, south of Sparta, and Sparta Avenue. Also gusty winds moving through the northeast side of Grand Rapids on Dean Lake Avenue near 4 Mile Road. So that's Northview, the Creston neighborhood, and also gusty winds all the way up to the northwest, even still back into Ravenna. Not severe at the current time, but still some strong winds in the Ravenna area. The good news is it looks like everything to the north of M46 right now is looking rather mundane.
A new tornado warning has been
We
issued.
got warnings flying in off the shelf. We got to go down to the new tornado warning here for Berrien County, which was issued for St. Joseph County in north central Indiana, LaPorte County in northwestern Indiana, and Berrien County in southwestern Michigan until 10:15 Eastern. At 9:26 p.m. Eastern, severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes were located along the line extending from Three Oaks to 7 miles west of New Carlisle to near LaPorte. Movement on this one is east at 45. I'll be near Buchanan around 9:40, South Bend and Niles 9:45, and Georgetown and Roseland around 9:55. So again, tornado warning in effect for southern Berrien County heading for Niles. The rotation is very strong over New Buffalo at the current time, and it's going to continue off to the east-northeast towards that Niles and Buchanan area. Back up to the north, we have all of those little couplets trying to spin up brief tornadoes here just to the south of Grand Rapids, and as a result, the National Weather Service in Grand Rapids has issued a tornado warning now for southeastern Kent County, southwestern Ionia County, and northern Barry County, in effect till 10:15 p.m. Chandler, you got that graphic too?
Yep, graphics are going.
Okay. At 9:28 p.m., severe thunderstorms capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage were located along a line extending from Caledonia to Middleville, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So again, moving rather quickly. If you are out ahead of this line, you should be taking shelter. The dangerous storms will be in Middleville within the next 5 minutes and Freeport within the next 10 minutes. Lake Odessa, Elto, and Clarksville, and Freeport, and Hastings are all on this tornado warning as well. Again, take cover now. Move to the interior room on the lowest floor of the building. Basement's obviously going to be preferred, or a storm shelter. As mentioned, bathtub is your best option if you only have exterior rooms in your house and you don't have any alternate locations to get to. So again, we have all of these different little couplets all up and down the line here. You can see a lot of these reds and greens. They make these little S shapes all up and down the line here. And every single one of these little S shapes is what we call a hook feature, a notching feature within that line. So all up and down this, I think that's M37. Yeah, M37 corridor from Hastings up to Caledonia. You have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 different distinct notching features inside this tornado warning or just outside of this tornado warning in southern Barry County heading towards Hastings. So if you're in Barry County or portions of southern Kent and southern Ionia counties, please be taking shelter until this line of storms passes. Considerable severe thunderstorm warning continues for Kent County and Barry County. That's that orange box you see on your screen with the red outline. Movement east at 55 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour winds are possible with the storm, and of course, potential tornadoes. Good news, Ottawa County, you are in the clear. The severe thunderstorm warning and the tornado warning has been dropped for you guys. In Allegan County, the severe thunderstorm warning has been downgraded to 60 mile per hour winds, as it is now pretty much to the east of 131. We got a lot happening down here at the border right now as well.
I may, Joel, I might give my mother and father-in-law a call here in just a moment. I want to see what this next couple scan does.
Yep.
Because it does look like a little bit broader rotation right now headed through Berrien County, which I'm okay with, obviously, but
Kent County tornado warning continues for 12 more minutes for downtown Grand Rapids, Northview up towards Cannonsburg, and Lowell. That's the northern half of this line. All up and down this line here. It's primarily over Northview and Forest Hills and Ada at the current time. But Lowell's going to be up next within the next 6 minutes as it continues your way towards Lincoln Lake Avenue here in West Michigan. If you are in Lansing, in Detroit, in Jackson, in Ann Arbor, Elma to Saginaw, you guys still got about probably 45 minutes to prepare at the earliest. Of course, if you're over on the east side of the state, the I-75 corridor, that's going to be more a couple hours from now. But those storms will race your way with time. You can already see what's coming this evening. And the only good news I can give you guys right now off to the east side of the state is with time, our instability is going to weaken. And so that will allow these storms to also weaken in nature. Again, it's our storm fuel that's available for these storms. So please be advised, if you are along the I-75 and US 23 corridors over on the east side of the state, it may not be as strong as what we're getting over here on the west side. We are very close to tornado genesis here on this cell in Freeport. In fact, that might be a tornado on the ground right now. In fact, I believe we have enough evidence to say that is, Chandler. I believe we have our first confirmed tornado on the ground via radar indication. That's going to be Vincent Avenue at 100th Street and passing over Prairie Drive at Prairie Court. That's going to be up next to 92nd and Morse Lake Avenue. You can see if we flip it over to CC radar, which is our correlation coefficient, there's a tiny little blue speck. And if you flip it over to velocity, it lines up pretty well with our rotation, our center of rotation. So that is how we can determine whether or not a tornado is on the ground without having someone there to confirm it in person. And again, these reds and greens looping in on each other are very strong right now. So the process of tornado genesis is underway, and this is going to be heading straight down 92nd 84th, and 76th Street. Off to the east-northeast, it appears, towards Clarksville. Clarksville, Lake Odessa, that's going to be Ionia County next. I would imagine they might do an upgrade to an observed tornado warning soon if they can confirm that that correlation coefficient is debris. We also may have a second tornado on the ground right now heading towards downtown Hastings, Chandler.
See that?
Correlation coefficient, also a little dot right there. Pete's Road at Bowens Mills Road. About to cross over, or is crossing over North Whitmore Road and Upton Road, heading towards that M37 corridor. That's very close to the Hastings Airport as well. So it looks like we have two tornadoes on the ground at the exact same time, one heading for the north side of Hastings and one heading south of Elto. I think that's Bound Center out there in rural Kent County. I would not be surprised if we upgrade this to an observed tornado warning very shortly, given the fact that I'm seeing stuff on correlation coefficient that I do not like to see. I'm also going to check in on our tornado warning down here in Berrien County. The rotation for this storm is more straight line wind in nature. In fact, it's right over Three Oaks and Galen right now. Very strong winds, 60 to 70 at the current time, heading for the US 12 corridor in Galen. We're going to hope it just stays straight line winds, but you should still be taking shelter. Straight line wind damage can often do just as much damage as a tornado. That's going to continue towards the Niles and Berrien Springs area with time. But right now we do not see that tight rotation like we do up here to the north, which is southeast of Grand Rapids. So we're going to go zoom back in here. Get an updated scan for you guys in terms of whether or not this might be on the ground. Latest scan continues a debris ball. That is very strong winds. 88 miles per hour inbound to the center of the rotation here at 100th Street and Alden Nash Avenue. If you know anyone in southeastern Kent County and in Clarksville,
New information. This
There it is.
tornado warning has been upgraded.
observed tornado on the ground, confirmed via radar. Here heading right towards M50 and Wingear Avenue. Again, this is heading pretty much east, east-northeast. It may be passing just south of Clarksville, but if it is heading south of Clarksville, it's going to be heading more towards Lake Odessa. Again, tornado on the ground, south of Elto, southeastern Kent County, very close to Freeport as well at the current time. Going to see the details. come in.
Joel, sorry, I do need to make a quick phone call here. So
Okay. Could you also get that observed tornado warning, some
Yep.
sort of text
Yes, sir.
post up? Or yeah, definitely a text post right now. Tornado on the ground if you haven't already.
it's already out.
Alrighty. Yep. So here's the information. A tornado warning remains in effect till 10:15 p.m. for southeastern Kent, southwestern Ionia, and northern Berry counties until 10:15, as mentioned. At 9:35 p.m., a confirmed tornado is on the ground near Freeport or 10 miles northwest of Hastings. Movement is east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, damaging tornado. Source is radar confirmed. Not radar indicated, but radar confirmed. We see debris on radar being lofted by this tornado. This tornado will be in Freeport in the next 2 minutes. Lake Odessa as early as 9:45. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. And avoid windows if you are outdoors.
A new considerable
In a mobile
severe
home or in a
thunderstorm
vehicle.
warning has been issued.
Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Also, you may not see this tornado. It may be rain-wrapped in nature. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning coming in, issued by the National Weather Service in Grand Rapids for Ionia in Eaton County until 10:45 p.m. That's for 70 mile per hour winds possible and potential tornadoes rotating up within this line of storms. Again, we have a tornado on the ground. If you're just tuning in south of Elto, heading towards the Clarksville, Freeport, and Lake Odessa region, your debris ball right now is directly on Sheila Drive at Berge Avenue, passing over Alden Nash Avenue at, well, M50 is Alden Nash, but it turns there, 92nd. Next up is going to be Wingear Avenue, as mentioned. So it's very, very close to Freeport. We'll get an updated scan here in just a second. I'm very curious to see what, if anything, if there is a brief tornado also on the ground here really close to Hastings. If it is on State Road near the airport. State Road at Country Club Drive. So pretty much right in downtown Hastings right now. If you're in downtown Hastings, you should be already underground. That notching couplet you can see on radar here, very close to spinning up a tornado as well. Still waiting for an updated velocity scan. There it is. It's a little bit broad. So I am less confident in that actually being a tornado on the ground in Hastings. Definitely confident of the one here in the Freeport area. And in fact, in the latest scan, it comes and goes really quickly. 2 or 3 scans, it's down, and 2 or 3 scans, it's back up again. You can see on correlation coefficient, there is no more speck. There's your speck. You go forward 1, there's no more speck. So it looks like this tornado has briefly lofted near Hastings Road at Stall Road, and that is continuing right down M50 towards the Lake Odessa area if it does continue to produce tornadoes. Regardless, if that is not a tornado on the ground right now, that is still some significant straight line wind damage. I'm hovering my mouse over the data here. There are pixels of 70 to 75 miles per hour in the vicinity of Freeport Avenue and 84th Street. So Clarksville, Lake Odessa, and areas south of Saranac and along I-96, you need to be taking shelter for either 70 mile per hour winds or tornadoes on the ground. We also have Hastings perhaps getting impacted by a possible tornado.
New
And
information.
down here to the south,
This
60
severe
mile per hour winds
thunderstorm
as
warning
far
has
south
been
as
upgraded.
downtown Kalamazoo. Berry and Kent County also upgrading their severe thunderstorm warning to a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. That is primarily for the winds leaving Kent County, but just out of an abundance of caution, they are upgrading their warning here south of Elto. Also 70 mile per hour winds possible along this line anywhere in Berry County. Again, that's going to be to the west of Nashville and Vermontville. We do not have any weather cameras in Ionia County except for north of Ionia, and Ionia's camera is offline. So that's kind of in a dead zone right now. As this line of storms gets close to Vermontville, that is going to be a concern as well because, 1, we do have a camera, and 2, there's another populated area that is heading towards. Down to the south, checking in on our tornado warning to the south. See if it is still broad in nature. And at the current time, it is. It is still looking more straight line wind damage instead of tornado damage. But still, you want to be treating this as if there is a tornado on the ground. If you're in southern Berrien County, the lead gusty winds right now are on Warren Woods Road, heading up Elm Valley Road and Galen Buchanan Road, and of course US 12. These are all east-west roads in the area. North-south road of Clear Lake Road, and that's between Galen and Buchanan. So either gusty winds or tornadoes possible here in southern Berrien County. Go ahead, Chandler.
Is the east camera from Vermontville, is that a PTZ or no?
It is not, but it is up pretty high.
Okay. I do have a, don't take me yet, but I do have a good view of the storm coming in off the west camera. You are free to take it whenever. Looking at the line of storms over towards the Hastings area. You can see multiple striations or levels of the shelf cloud in there. Tough to see, obviously, from this distance if there is anything that is going to be reaching the ground along that front edge. I can't see anything based on this image, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
Right. And it's courtesy of the Vermontville Fire Department atop the water tower there in Vermontville, looking across Berry County, at a potential tornado that could be on the ground near Hastings. But the main concern right now is still in the Freeport area, where it looks like this bit of rotation has lifted, or this tornado has lifted, but it could put down another tornado at any moment. The velocity signatures here are still very intense in and south of Clarksville, heading straight for Lake Odessa. This is heading for Jackson Road and Campbell Road and Bliss Road at Musgrove Highway, and of course M50 in Lake Odessa. That could be a tornado trying to recycle here in Clarksville and Lake Odessa region. Also heading down towards Clinton Trail, Ralph Road, and Peddler Lake. Again, anywhere we see these reds and greens on radar, when we're talking about velocity radar, we're looking for these reds and greens close together on radar. And right now we do see that in the Clarksville region. We saw briefly on correlation coefficient radar, which is this one I'm showing you guys now, debris. And debris is usually indicated by darker blues and greens, and the rain is indicated by the reds. And so anytime you can see these little blue spots, so there's one, there's two, inside of this line, and as long as it lines up with our velocity signature, that is a sign of a tornado on the ground. So that's how they were able to confirm that a tornado was on the ground for about 2 or 3 radar scans to the north of Freeport. But it looks like it is cycling at the current time. Current time right now is 9:45. We're flipping over to 9:45. Live time down there at the bottom right side of the screen. On the bottom ticker, the highest active alert in the state is shown, and right now that is for the tornado warning in Ionia and Barry County. It's heading for Portland and Lake Odessa and the M66 corridor. With time here within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Good news here, they did downgrade that tornado warning back to a level 1. But there are still 70-mile-per-hour winds occurring with this storm, and I can in fact confirm with you guys there is widespread outages coming in on top of the outages that actually came in yesterday, but a couple more power outages coming in from Ionia County and northern Barry County with this line at the current time. So the tornado warning has been downgraded to just a level 1 tornado warning, which is radar indicated rotation. Does not mean you're in the clear. If you're still in a tornado warning, you still want to be taking shelter because a tornado can pop up at any time. In fact, it is trying to recycle right now, Chandler.
See it.
I'm going to get an updated storm motion vector on here. 257 at 56.
I'm also interested, do you, just to the east of Hastings there, headed toward Vermontville.
Yeah, and you'd see that on camera
Also
too.
looks like it's trying to spin back up. Don't take my camera yet, I ain't ready.
It's okay.
Trying to get the A brand loaded.
Yeah. Also have a severe thunderstorm warning coming in for Calhoun County. It's going to be your base severe thunderstorm warning popping in just a second. Yeah, these are some very intense winds. I would not be surprised, Chandler, if they upgraded this also to destructive.
Just kind of thinking the same thing.
If that is gusting to the ground, which I'm getting pixels here of 80 miles per hour at 980 feet off the ground in the vicinity of Bipley and Elm. Again, passing right near Clarksville and Lake Odessa at the current time, passing over Clinton Trail at Tasker Road, heading towards Jordan Lake Road. If you're further to the north up towards Belding, right now these winds are probably closer to the vicinity of 50 to 60 miles per hour. Nothing to be concerned about up here. But at the current time, that's good. Want to keep it that way. As least amount of people as possible, hopefully, in these warnings tonight. But unfortunately, right now, for portions of Ionia, Eaton, and Barry counties, this is where the heart of our focal point is right now for especially damaging winds, perhaps brief spin-up tornadoes. Here's a new severe thunderstorm warning popping in, issued by the National Weather Service in Grand Rapids until 10:45 p.m. for Calhoun County, primarily northern. At 9:46, a severe thunderstorm was located near Gull Lake, or 7 miles northwest of Battle Creek. Movement east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard here is going to be 60 mile per hour winds, and it is radar indicated. Albion, Marshall, Battle Creek, Brownlee Park, Marengo, Bedford, Caresco, and Duck Lake are all on this severe thunderstorm warning. And as a reminder, a tornado watch remains in effect until 2 a.m. this evening. As a reminder as well, a tornado watch means conditions are favorable for the development of tornadoes this evening. Doesn't mean they're happening now, but it could mean they are going to happen later tonight, either within the next couple of minutes or the next couple of hours. A tornado warning means the conditions have come together and are favorable for the development of tornadoes within the next couple of minutes or seconds. Latest scan here continues the 2 couplets. Number 1 near our Vermontville cam. Chandler, how's that looking?
I'll pull it up for you. Go ahead and take it when you're ready.
The couplet there is going to be on the right center side of the screen. So you have that radio tower in the center of the screen with a flashing red light. The embedded wall cloud behind the shelf cloud is right there where he's circling with his mouse. That's the couplet to watch if it does produce a tornado. In fact, it might even be buried deeper behind the shelf cloud there. But again, that's the place to watch if there were to be a tornado. Again, this is our Vermontville cam. Vermontville is in Eaton County, and this is looking to the west towards couplet number 1 to the south. That couplet, by the way, is heading towards Bain Road at the current time. Well, Bain Road at Price Road to give a good crossroad there. So I'm going to go take my radar back, Chandler. Keep a very close eye on that one. That looks to be going through the process of tornado genesis actually right now. So I would not be surprised.
I'm curious if it's tucked back in there, like you said.
Right.
We're not going to be able to see it.
I was going to say it may not be right there. It would be further behind. Keep an eye on the horizon. See if you see any power flashes or whatnot.
I'm seeing some lightning, but it's not illuminating anything differently than what we're seeing there.
Yeah. So going back to the radar, again, anything you see on radar right now is velocity, so it's the wind speeds. And I'm showing you guys base velocity right now, primarily for the damaging wind aspect. Again, if there's not a tornado on the ground, we still have all of this yellow you see up and down this line of winds of perhaps 70 to 80 miles per hour passing through Clarksville, Lake Odessa, Woodland, and down here towards the Vermontville and Nashville region at the current time. And so we have to keep an eye on that. As well, we also can see a distinct kinking feature both near Vermontville and north of Lake Odessa at the current time. And these are going to be passing to the M66 corridor within the next 2 to 4 minutes. Also M50, it's riding down M50 right now. And it's going to be heading towards the junction of Grand Ledge Highway and M50 as well within the next minute or two. Next radar scan is coming in about 30 seconds.
If you want to take one last look at this camera before the shelf gets over it, was that a power flash or was that a lightning strike?
I looked down for a brief second.
I'm going to go with lightning strike. It looked a little bit more yellow than blue. There's a cool feature of the front of the shelf being illuminated by the lights on the ground here. Don't get to see that very often.
Yeah, that's the place to look there, right side of the screen. We have a little bit of a slowly rotating wall cloud. It's tucked back behind the shelf cloud. If there were to be a tornado spinning up, it would be right underneath that base. And you can actually kind of see a little bit of the rotation with it at the current time. Latest scan continues the rotation right on the county line. Again, that's the one we were just looking at in our Vermontville cam, courtesy of Vermontville Fire Department. Bain Road at Hager Road. Also to the north, in Lake Odessa, the couplet right now is more broad in nature. You can see it's still trying to loop back in on itself. But regardless, right now, you have this nice surge forward heading right into Sunfield and eventually heading down the way towards Mulliken and Portland. Not yet, but you're probably about 5 to 10 minutes away in Portland and Mulliken. And again, we still have this wide area of yellows in Lake Odessa right now. I'm hovering my mouse over some of these pockets of wind, and I'm picking up on pixels of 78, 79, 76, 75, all in the vicinity of Bonanza and Musgrove Highway, also north-south road of Harwood. Pretty much the M66 corridor here south of I-96. We'll go ahead and go back down and check in on our tornado warning once again in Berrien County that was looking more broad in nature. The good news is it looks like that most of this rotation has hit the state line and is continuing to decrease in intensity. And so we'll hopefully continue to see that happen. But still, you want to be treating this as if there may be a tornado or two on the ground heading towards Niles and Bertrand. If there is a tornado right now, I'm not seeing anything on the debris radar. But we do have a little bit of a couplet right here on US 31 at Grant Street. So US 31 at Grant Street. That little bit of red and green coming close together. Also heading straight into Bertrand on Portage Road at Bertrand Road. We just had a huge number of outages come in
A new tornado warning has been issued.
I'm not really exaggerating here when I say this, but the entire southwest corner of Ionia County is pretty much now without power except for a couple select locations. So this is quite the considerable wind event. If this is not a tornado, it's still some very considerable straight line winds. Again, it looks like the entire southwest corner of Ionia County is now without power. That's a decent 25% of the total area of the county here, according to the consumer's map, which is still slowly updating as we go throughout the night. Chandler, you got that latest tornado warning on the page?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. We'll see a new red box pop in here. I believe that was for Ionia and Eaton. And there it is. So this now includes portions of downtown Lansing. The National Weather Service in Grand Rapids has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Ionia County, southwestern Clinton, and northern Eaton County and south central Michigan until 10:30 p.m. At 9:54 p.m., severe thunderstorms capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage were located along a line from near Lake Odessa to Nashville, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard here is going to be a tornado. It's radar indicator rotation. And these dangerous storms will be near Portland around 10 p.m., Grand Ledge and Potterville around 10:05. As a reminder, take cover on the lowest floor of the building. Basement or storm shelter is obviously going to be your number one option. If you do not have any interior rooms on the lowest floor of the building, jump into a bathtub. Or if you have time, find a neighbor or friend or family's house very close by to take shelter in that is a substantial structure. Again, in a tornado warning, you do not want to be in a mobile home, but if it is your only option, again, riding it out in a bathtub is better than nothing. So as this new red box you see on your screen for portions of Ionia, Clinton, and Eaton counties. This does include the west side of downtown Lansing, primarily in the Waverly area. So you can see what's coming your way. You have notch number 1 in the Lake Odessa area, and notch number 2 down here in Vermontville. Chandler, how's the wind there in Vermontville?
Let me pull it back up. It's kind of tough to see. You can take it live if you'd like. It's kind of a big wall of blah. Power is still on it appears, so that's good. I've not seen any power flashes at this time. You can see the camera getting hit pretty good with some rain and wind there.
Real quickly, I did want to take quick attention to the storms on southern Lake Michigan. We do still have that secondary Boeing segment that's heading for Berrien and Van Buren counties and eventually heading up to the east-northeast, eventually towards Van Buren, Cass, Kalamazoo, and St. Joseph. So be advised if you are still in southwest Michigan.
Joel, I'm sorry that I keep stepping away, man. I'm gonna call my wife and have her get prepared to come to the office. I think I'm gonna give it another 10 minutes, but that southernmost storm in Indiana, storm track, is coming pretty much right at the office and where I live. So
yeah, that's fair. I got you back up on screen here, Chandler.
I've been here the whole time. Joel likes to put me on when he feels like it.
I'm trying to limit my CPU usage here. Every little bit is hindering it, so just want to put a name to a face. Again, that's Chandler, our Vice President of Operations below me. I'm Chief Meteorologist Joel Fritzma, by the way. Again, we have, just to give you guys a reference, we peaked at about 53,000 concurrent viewers right now here on our stream, and so that is actually really bogging down my computer at the current time. So bear with us. Again, we'll probably put out some sort of GoFundMe for maybe an upgraded graphics card here after the stream is over with. But again, you guys love these live streams, and we're happy to provide them for you guys. So bear with us. The information is still getting to you guys. I may just be a little bit choppy, and we do have these damaging winds continuing in towards the Lansing and Grand Ledge area. The wind right now is very strong in the Sunfield, Mulliken, Vermontville, and Lake Odessa region. Also passing through Ionia to the north and perhaps Lyons. Not as strong as your counterpoints to the south, but they are areas we are closely monitoring.
The shelf cloud is starting to come into view of the Charlotte Fire Department cam.
A new considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Good advanced warning there coming in. Do you want to show off the Charlotte cam?
Yeah, I have it up if you want to.
Oh yeah. The ominous shelf cloud lurks. Again, shelf clouds are usually a sign of strong damaging winds moving in, outflow winds. And usually tucked back behind in some of these shelf clouds is going to be brief tornadoes. Now the good news is right now we're not seeing anything that's tight in nature, but still these gusty winds of perhaps 70 miles per hour are rolling in at the current time. So huge shout out to the Charlotte Fire Department there in Charlotte, Michigan. That's on the it's on the west side of town. And that is looking in the vicinity of one of our
A new considerable
couplets.
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So we got 2 considerable severe thunderstorm warnings popping in. Number 1, we'll start with this one here in the Lansing area. The National Weather Service in Grand Rapids has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Ingham County and Clinton County until 11 p.m. At 9:59, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 7 miles southwest of Carson City to Bellevue, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazards are going to be 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So all of Clinton, all of Ingham County, tornado watch remains in effect till 2 a.m. as well. The exact hazards are 70 mile per hour winds, less than 0.75 inch hail, and tornadoes possible within this line. So again, it's a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, level 2 out of level 3 for Clinton and Ingham County. We are still watching our 2 couplets of concern. Number 1 right now on Ash Highway at Chester Road. Number 2, we have a wide swath of damaging winds moving in through Portland right now. That's going to be Knox Road, Barr Road, Clarksville Road, Emory Road, Towner Road, Morris Road, Musgrove Highway, Tupper Lake Road down to Eaton Highway. That's about 7 miles wide of damaging winds moving in through the Portland region and the Mulliken region. Again, if there's not a tornado on the ground, this is some very strong straight line winds. I have hovering my mouse over the readings here. In fact, Chandler, some of these pixels are very close to 90 miles per hour at 1,900 feet off the ground. So if any of that wind mixes to the ground, again, the radar beam can only shoot so low into the ground, or so low into the atmosphere. Again, would not be surprised if we see perhaps maybe even a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for these winds at some point. So if you are between Portland and Mulliken, let us know what you guys are seeing right now, or hearing in some cases, but your safety is the primary concern. You do want to be taking shelter until these storms pass. If you guys have any damage reports you want to send in, I will mention this right now. We have multiple ways to do so. Number 1, we have our messenger box that is open. Please do not send us individual questions to our messenger. That is cluttering our messenger right now because, again, we are covering these storms live. So just bear with us here as these storms cross the state. But again, messenger's there. You can submit your comments in any one of our posts on Facebook, as long as it's not the live stream, because we can't see it in the live stream. And of course, we have our Discord server that is open, discord.gg/Michigan Storm Chasers.
Joel, if you want to take the Charlotte camera again here, this is one of the most ominous shelf clouds that I've seen in a while. I really like how you can see the side of it here with just a little bit of daylight that's poking through, and if we can get some backlit lightning, you'll see a couple more of those fingerlings and scuddy appendages hanging down from the very front of it here.
I'm going to flip back to our other I'm going to flip back to our radar real quickly as the Charlotte Fire Department heads out on call. We do have a considerable severe thunderstorm warning just popped in, Chandler, here for Cass County until 10:45 p.m. At 10 o'clock, severe thunderstorms are located along the line extending from Berrien Springs to Roseland, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is considerable severe thunderstorm warning for 70 mile per hour winds. It is radar indicated. South Bend, Elkhart, Mishawaka, Niles, Dowagiac, Buchanan, Simonton Lake, Granger, Berrien Springs, Cassopolis, Bristol, Edwardsburg, Marcellus, Roseland, Union, Bertrand, Pokagon, Penn, Eau Claire, and Vandalia are all in this severe thunderstorm warning. It also, Chandler, they do have tornado possible listed within this considerable severe thunderstorm warning.
Joel, if you want to take this back here quickly, there's just some scud that I kind of want to watch as we go through this here. You can probably see it maybe a little bit right in the middle here.
Yeah.
And then this as well. It looks like the flags are blowing out, so we have more of an outflow wind.
Outflow wind, yeah.
Yeah, which is encouraging to what we can see here, which means the tornado threat itself is low. However, these winds could be in excess of 80 miles an hour. So just because there is no tornado threat with this that we can see from this live image, you do want to take heed of the tornado warning and be in your shelter. 80 to 90 mile an hour winds are still strong no matter what kind they are.
I'm going to go back here, Chandler. There is a couplet that is trying to spin up right now, in fact, here in the Michigan side of the border, just outside of Niles. It's going to be on Dick Street at Huntley Street and heading up towards Barren Lake Road, eventually heading towards Hoyt Drive. Again, it's heading straight for Cassopolis with time, so that's going to be heading up the M60 corridor. And again, a corridor that has been impacted multiple times so far this year, could be impacted again. So we'll keep an eye on that. And we're going to go back up to the Lansing area and check in on our recent rotation up here as the tornado warning continues for portions of Eaton, Ionia, and Clinton counties for the next 23 minutes until 10:30.
Winds are starting to rock at the Charlotte
Can I
Fire
take it?
Department camp. Yeah. You can see the lights blowing in the street. Starting to see the trees bend with the stronger winds. It'll be interesting. I mean, this is pretty much right in line with those strongest velocities, is it not?
Yeah. I think the strongest velocities are just off to the north, heading towards Potterville, though. If you guys go
Okay.
ahead and take a look at, I really want to keep watching it, but I'm going to go ahead and go back to radar here as we get another scan in. This wide swath of wind moving through the area. We have number one, Otto Road at Pinch Highway. To the north, heading towards downtown Grand Ledge and Eagle, is Grand River Highway at South Jones Road. Some pixels here of now 90 miles per hour plus. Now again, I mention this because again, that's what we're seeing on radar, but as these storms move away from the radar site in Grand Rapids, the radar beam is, it's shooting higher and higher into the storm. It's getting further away from the ground. So it's shooting up into that low-level jet that's roaring overhead, and it's reading those 94 mile per hour winds. And so when I say that, Eagle, for example, the radar beam over Eagle is 2,500 feet off the ground. So we're reading 94 mile per hour winds on radar over Eagle. They're just a half a mile above your heads right now. So not all of that is mixing to the ground. It's still a significant thunderstorm right now with perhaps 70 mile per hour winds. So just keep that in mind, though. When we're seeing this on radar, it's not as scary as it may look. But again, it is still 70 mile per hour winds, and widespread tree damage is likely occurring right now with this line of storms. The outage map has stopped updating. But I still see a lot of outages coming in, and it's hard to determine because yesterday, again, we had all of those damaging winds moving in across the state, and this is kind of just part 2 of that here on the 11th of June.
If
Most
you
of the-
want to do one last look, actually, never mind, Joel. It's not worth it right now.
That's
Go
fine.
ahead.
You may be able to take the Albion cam in Calhoun County.
You'll have to give me just a second.
Yeah. That's about the only one that's close. That's a PTZ cam too. I'm going to once again check in on our storms heading into Lansing. Lansing, you've got about probably 10 minutes before it's crossing into Ingham County. It's getting pretty close here. Motion once again off to the east, about 55 miles per hour, heading into Potterville, Grand Ledge, Eagle at the current time. But what we're looking at on radar is velocity. So anytime you see the yellows on radar, again, those are going to be your gusty winds of perhaps 70 to 80 miles per hour. Now, as a reminder, once again, the radar beam is kind of slicing into the mid-levels of the storm. Its lowest angle here is about a half a mile off the ground. So anything below half a mile, the radar cannot see. Still be advised, 70 mile per hour winds are possible. That's what these severe thunderstorm warnings are for Clinton and Ingham counties. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Calhoun County for the potential for 60 mile per hour winds with the outflow band. And of course, we're watching these storms back here in southern Michigan, which are also producing quite the wind right now as well. Cass County and portions of far eastern Berrien County, severe thunderstorm warning, 70 mile per hour winds possible here. Chandler, I believe we have maybe a tornado on the ground heading for Cassopolis.
I do have correlation coefficient confirmation. Yeah, on that's what I was looking at too.
That or it's picking up a bunch of bugs.
Oops.
But that would be the right spot. You guys can see right here on our normal reflectivity radar, which is the intensity of the rain. We use this radar to kind of show you guys where the individual cells are at and where the heaviest of the rain is falling, but reflectivity radar shows us a lot of things as well. For example, here we have a hook on it. Where that hook is where the inflow kind of wraps into the storm. So it appears right now that we do have a lot of reds and greens coming close together on our velocity signature right where that hook is at. And then we triple reference it with our debris tracker. And again, as I mentioned, if there's a little blue or green speck inside of all of this red surrounding it, that is usually a sign of a debris ball on radar. And so if that is on the ground right now, that is heading up M60, 5 miles to the southwest of Cassopolis. It is kind of choppy in that area. So you do want to be advised, it's either 70 mile per hour winds or a potential tornado trying to spin up here on Anderson Road at M60. Also continue to watch this huge area of damaging winds potentially moving into New Buffalo right now. Those are very blue pixels on radar you can see here. 85 to 90 miles per hour heading into New Buffalo and Michigan City, but that is elevated a little bit at about 4,500 feet off the ground. So we'll see if they issue a warning here for Berrien County in just a moment.
Joel, you can start to see some of the structure on our office camera here. Let me make this full screen. Oh, goodness. I don't know if I can. There we go.
Take it live.
You can take it whenever you're ready. Yeah. I might sneak a peek outside here in the next couple minutes just so I can get an actual look at it. This is at MSC HQ. Did I lose you?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
There we go.
A
Tornado
new
warning.
tornado warning has been issued.
Just as I suspected. That's going to be that couple that we were just talking about, y'all. Cass County coming in. It's going to be that M60 corridor. Waiting for the box to pop in so I can read off the details. And there's the red box. The National Weather Service in northern Indiana has issued a tornado warning for central Cass County until 11 p.m. At 10:13, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Edwardsburg or Niles, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard is a tornado. It is radar indicated. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles may occur, and tree damage is likely. The storm will be near Cassopolis in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Other locations inside of this tornadic thunderstorm or the tornado warning include Penn, Jones, Vandalia, Diamond Lake, Daly, Shavehead Lake, LaGrange, Paradise Lake, Kelvin Center, and Donnell Lake. Take cover now, move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors, in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. You may also not be able to see it at night. Do not wait to see it. Take shelter now. I'm thinking the junk we see on the correlation coefficient of the debris tracker right now is more in the cards of clear air. Now looking at the velocity once again here. The red and green is down here on Pine Lake Street. If we flip it over to CC, it's a little bit displaced. That CC is up here closer to the Hospital Street Avenue. The only thing is if this is debris fallout, then yes, it would be displaced a little bit because it got lofted off to the north within the jet stream. So that could be debris fallout falling over Cassopolis from a brief tornado that may have just touched down. But right now, if you are on Pine Lake Street and Cass Street, this is actually directly where that tornado hit in March. You are in the line of fire for this line of tornadic thunderstorms moving through the area. Also gusty winds now moving in to New Buffalo, Sawyer, and Three Oaks. No warning on that yet, but it does need to be monitored. And damaging winds down here in North Liberty, Indiana. Those are also kind of heading off to the east-northeast and may need another warning here for southern Cass County in the minutes to come. We're going to go ahead and go back to the Lansing area, and this has turned into kind of one big bullseye of wind. The tornado risk is starting to drop considerably, but is still a damaging wind risk anywhere you are at in Clinton or Ingham County. These gusty winds of 70 miles per hour are possible. DeWitt to Lansing, to East Lansing, Holt, Dimondale, Waverly, Potterville, and Charlotte at the current time. Right now, this looks more like damaging winds instead of tornadic activity, so that's the good news. We also have an embedded thunderstorm to the north of Grand, like way north of Grand Rapids, up towards Howard City here, kind of in what we call the MCV, it appears, of this entire complex. It's on 131 right now, entering Howard City. It just caught my eye because it's trying to wrap around on itself. Rotation, very, very broad. In fact, it's not even there. But you can see the green is trying to surge around to the front again. And so we'll have to watch this in due time if this continues to tighten up and head towards the Lakeview and Edmore area. Let's keep an eye on it. We also have a couple more cells on Lake Michigan that we'll keep an eye on later tonight. If you're in the Grand Rapids area right now, nothing severe. We still have storms kind of surrounding this region. We'll go back up to the Lansing area. Again, just because it's such a wide swath of wind, it's not really one location right now that's getting the wind. It's the entire line. So if you are anywhere in far eastern Eaton, far eastern Ionia, and southwest Clinton County right now, that is where the bulk of this damaging wind is occurring. 60 to 70 mile per hour winds is the main hazard. Potential tornadoes trying to spin up. Tornado warning does remain in effect here for another 11 minutes for portions of Grand Ledge, Potterville, Eagle, and DeWitt, also Portland. And eventually we will see a trim of that tornado warning as majority of these winds are now out of Ionia County. So Ionia County is going to be in the clear probably very, very soon, as well as northwestern Eaton County, but not yet. The warnings tell all. If you are in any one of these polygons, you should be respecting the polygon and you should be taking shelter. Whether it's a severe thunderstorm warning, whether it's a tornado warning, take cover now. Quick reset. It is currently 10:19, about to become 10:20. I'm Chief Meteorologist Joel Fritzma. I am joined with Vice President of Operations Chandler and our ASL interpreter Dawn down there at the bottom of the screen. We're glad you're tuned in tonight for some severe weather coverage here at Michigan Storm Chasers, your number one option for severe weather coverage here in the state of Michigan. If you haven't already, feel free to hit that like button. It not only helps you out, but it helps out your fellow Michiganders get the severe weather coverage they deserve here on this Thursday evening. We'll switch
the
it.
camera, Joel, not realizing that I wasn't on there. My bad.
Yeah, I did not have you on there. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The rotation continues, by the way, between Cassopolis and Edwardsburg. Still a little bit broad at the current time. Yeah, I'm very curious if this is debris fallout, because it was very close to the original hook, and then it was displaced from the hook. Like it was on the ground for maybe a scan or two near Elite Road and Detroit, or M60, Detroit Road, and Ford Street. So if you know anyone in that vicinity there, Mannix Street as well. It looks like a brief tornado just touched down on the east side of Niles. That's also where Barron Lake Road comes in. And it looks like it's debris fallout right now. So there's still debris in the air, but it's getting lofted with a jet stream and carried towards Cassopolis at the current time. So that is also something we can pick up here on our correlation coefficient radar. Back to velocity radar, though, the wind, the red and the green, are still paralleling each other, but it's broad right now. That means that this may not be producing a tornado, but it could at any moment, and that is why the tornado warning remains in effect for another 38 minutes as it heads into Cassopolis and Vandalia within the next 5 to 10 minutes.